My next patron question is from Graham, who wanted to know if a famed studio will join a current trend in animation. In recent years, Sony has lifted the animation industry to new heights with their SpiderVerse films. DreamWorks has taken notice and is now emulating that style with The Bad Guys and Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. However, Pixar has not changed, and their recent films have flopped at the box office. Do you think Pixar needs to chase after Sony's style? There's been a lot of talk lately about how Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse has revolutionized animation, with its CGI mixed with a hand-drawn sensibility. Although I would argue the Peanuts movie and the Disney short Paperman got the ball rolling a few years earlier. In fact, every animated film that has sought to do this sort of style has tried to do their own thing that fits the world inhabited by their characters. The new Ninja Turtles movie, for example, went for something a lot more grungy and sketchy, the idea being that it's like something out of a teenager's sketchbook. Puss in Boots wanted something that looked like it was out of a storybook, while The Bad Guys was inspired by European comics and Japanese animation. The success of Spider-Verse proved that audiences do respond to this approach to computer animated films, but it's just one of several ways to visualize them. I don't think people have tired of the Pixar style, and the incredible word of mouth experienced by Elemental is proof of that. After what was seen as an underwhelming opening weekend, the film had great staying power as people have recommended it to others, with the visuals used to bring the elements to life being one thing that is likely playing a role in that. There's even a possibility of Elemental surpassing the worldwide total of Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. The Pixar films that went straight to Disney Plus over the last few years were also watched by a lot of people, with Luca in particular being a popular favorite with families. While Pixar does have a recognizable house style, we have been seeing a little more experimentation in the visual style, a credit to Pete Docter allowing directors to play around a bit more than maybe when John Lasseter was in charge. With Luca, director Enrico Casarosa was heavily inspired by Aardman Animation and Studio Ghibli in devising that world and how the characters looked. I loved how rubbery those characters moved, and there was a charming simplicity to the overall look of Luca, which I think is one reason it has found a significant audience on streaming. Turning Red also went to new levels previously unseen in a Pixar feature, thanks to director Domi Shi. She has said she was inspired by Japanese animation, and there are several moments where the characters have exaggerated facial expressions. Mei was written as an excitable and energetic 13-year-old girl, and that was conveyed a lot through her animation, and there were plenty of other visual touches that enhanced the world of Turning Red. So Pixar is implementing new styles in their films, and we're still early into this current run for the studio. I love that this era of Pixar is allowing these up-and-coming directors at the studio to bring their personal stories to the screen. Over at Walt Disney Animation, Wish is incorporating a style that emulates the hand-drawn animated films, although like I said, they've been experimenting with that in shorts for a while. I don't know why it took so long for it to happen in their features. The PR line given by the producers was this concern that viewers were not ready for the Paperman style to be used for a full feature, and something I'll give Spider-Verse credit for is showing general audiences are open to different animation styles. Personally, I don't think Pixar needs to ride on the coattails of another animation studio's success. The filmmakers there have done more than well doing things their own way. In fact, part of what helped make Toy Story stand out back in 1995 was not only the fact that it was the first computer animated feature. While many other major animated films were trying to replicate what Disney was doing to mixed results, Toy Story did something different by being a non-musical buddy comedy with its own sensibility, and the witty screenplay and concept of toys coming to life helped attract people to it. Will Pixar one day go for a style similar to the Peanuts movie or Spider-Verse? Maybe. They've already produced a few hand-drawn animated shorts in recent years, and several of their filmmakers and artists are inspired by hand-drawn films, like classic Disney and the works of Hayao Miyazaki. So it would not surprise me. But they should do it because of what inspires the artist and they feel it's the right fit for the project, not to follow in somebody else's footsteps. The familiar Pixar style is still one viewers respond to, and I'm optimistic about the box office performance of Elio, especially after Elemental experienced such good audience reception and staying power. One of the wonderful things about the current animation landscape is the incredible variety of animation styles we're seeing, including in computer animation, and I feel there will always be a place for the look most commonly associated with Pixar. Thank you for your question, Graham.